All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nature Journal Show. We're going to be talking about Wild Wonder 2024 today. Let me set it up to go live on Instagram here. It's not letting me go live on Instagram yet. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So we already did the review of this full schedule here that has been available on the Wild Wonder website for a while. But I am very excited this morning, and it's not because the seasonal pumpkin lattes are now available at a coffee shop near you, and I already drank 3 of those. That's not the reason why I'm excited. The reason why I'm excited is because when I checked my email this morning, I had this amazing email. Too bad it's sideways, but you should be getting an email, whether you're a speaker or whether you have already bought your tickets for the event. You should be getting an email from Sched. Sched is the platform where you have to go through that platform to register and to find all of your classes at the conference. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a complete review of how to use that platform, because it can be sort of confusing for some people because you have to go through that to get to all of the Zoom classes. So I'm going to show you for beginners how to use it, and then I'm also going to share some pro tips on how you can get more out of it, because there's certain things you can do to go beyond being prepared and to actually have a little bit of fun with this platform called Sched. So first of all, you'll get an email. Sorry, it's sideways, but you'll get an email something like this after you've bought your tickets. I think participants have already got these. We're about to find out. This is the one that they sent to me as an instructor. So you have to stay tuned for emails coming from Sched. There will be a link there. You're going to click on that link. And then now I'm going to show you, share my screen with you so you can see what that platform called Sched or Sched looks like. Sorry about that for one moment. And whoops, here we go. Here it is. Okay, so you should be able to see this now. And this is what Sched.com looks like. Okay, so you're gonna have to register first. I already did my registering, but you're just gonna have to go through that slightly annoying process that we all have to do so many times. You're gonna have to create an account. So don't forget your password. Hopefully use a password management system or something like that, but you're going to need to create a password. You're going to need to create an account for this thing called Sched or Sched. And that's the first step. So like I already created mine here. And there's, settings and whatnot. But this is what the main page is going to look like. And you can create a schedule for yourself. So if I go to mine, you can see, I have a picture and I can put in information, or I don't have to. So if you want to, you could put your Instagram on here and other people will be able to see it. You could put your Facebook on there and other people would be able to see it. You could write an about me. You don't have to do any of that, okay? If you don't want people to know anything about you, you don't have to put a photo, you don't have to put anything like that, but you should know how this works, okay? So then if you look down here, there's a thing that says my schedule, and right now it only has one thing, and that thing is a little note on how to use Sched, which is really great. Other than that, there's nothing on here because I haven't signed up for things yet, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So what I would recommend if you've never used this before is let's go here and check this out. So clicking on this, let's look at this a little bit bigger. But right here you can see this whole sort of introduction tip. You can use the search function to easily find a class or speaker. Blah, 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 how to use a schedule. I'm going to explain all this to view, how to view recordings. Remember, these classes and their recorded videos are intended for paid users only. That's important. If you need help, look, there's a frequently asked question thing, and then there's an email. I would say don't email them unless you really need it, because they're probably going to get bombarded. And then look at this. You can even spy on who else has recently been viewing this. We'll talk about that more in a second. But let's look at these frequently asked questions. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that's basically just about Wild Wonder in general. here is something about tips for getting set up on Sched. So besides these videos that I do every year, there is a whole thing here. So look at that. That's useful. I think I covered this part already. So there you might have to create a password. Okay, so that's cool that they have that FA, frequently asked questions thing there. So now let's go back to the schedule and I'll show you how I approach this. So that's my profile. Now let's go to the schedule. This is the simple version of the schedule. So let me zoom in here a little bit. You can see these all have different colors and they are categorized. You can see the categories over here on the right. There are purple breaks, blue is classes, red is pre-conference, so the start here, how to understand it. Orange is presentation and green is socializing. So let's get started here. You can see that I hover over this and it gives me the information, or I can click on it and it'll give me more information. It's got the date. It's got that it's on Zoom. Everything is on Zoom. Some information about what John Muir Laws is going to be doing every morning, because this is the poem. And then you can see here at the bottom, there's a little bit more about Jack, John Muir Laws, so who the speaker is. And you can see, look, there's already 99 people signed up for this. Geez, I thought this just came out yesterday, but I try to do this as fast as I can to help people out. But it looks like a lot of people are already doing this. So you can see 99 people have already signed up for it. And to sign up for it, you just click here. Now that has been added to my schedule. So you could click it from out here as well. And I'm probably going to do that with some of these because I've already talked about these classes. So I interviewed Matthias, creative ways to begin a page. So I'm gonna click on that one. Let's see what other information might be in his. So this is going to be a fun class. And whoa, 115 people already signed up for this one, even more than for the daily poem. So there's no links in here, except for, the link to his Instagram and to his web page that is on the Foster page. But sometimes there could be links there as well, or they can add stuff to there for resources for students. I just wanted to check that real quick. But if you click on these, now I'm going to explain this. I suggest you click on all of these because, oh look, there's my class. If you click on these, then what that means is you'll get emails from the speaker, from the instructor, like if they're going to have resources or documents that you need for taking their class, you need to be clicked onto their class, signed up for their class if you want to get that information and to access the video pass. So like if, for example, I'm going to miss this talk by Rosemary Moscow, I want to click on it here to make sure I have access to the video pass later. At least that's how it's been in past years. Let's see what this link is. Oh, that's just links to the, I see. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, you don't need to click on break for dinner, but what that does is it adds it to your schedule. So this has been the whole first day, right? And you can see I just clicked everything. I signed up for everything. And what that does, hopefully I'm not moving around too fast here. What that does is it puts it on my schedule. So now let's go back up to here. See under the picture of me, my profile. Let's go to my schedule. Now check this out. Where is it? There it is. Everything I've signed up for is on here. So you can use this to help organize your time and organize your day. And look at, there's different ways you could save this calendar, or that's the mobile app. You can print this. See, look at that. That is very convenient. Very, very convenient to be able to print that out. Look how simplified that is. This is really, really nice. Having a printed out version, like I have the printed out one that's been on the website for some time, but this is way more detailed, and would be a really nice way to stay organized during the conference. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so that's the first day, sort of some basics about how to use Sched and how to get the first day onto your calendar. Now, before I go to the second day and then go to some pro tips about how to use Sched, I'm going to go back over and see if there's any questions from the audience. So let's remove that because that is... Hossein, it is you have to pay for the conference. There are some. This is a good question. Is it paid? Yes, you do have to pay for this Wild Wonder Nature Journaling Conference. You do have to pay for it, and I think I did another video where I talked about the costs and everything like that. There's a variety of levels you can pay at, or you can apply for a scholarship. I think it might be too late to apply for the scholarship for this year. So I think the cost is, ooh, this is a really, really good tip. Thank you for that. That is a really good, very good tip. Thank you for that. So Hussein, I think that it's like maybe close to $100 or something like that. So it's not super cheap, but if you divide it by the number of classes, it does come out to be a pretty good deal, in my opinion. And the profits get used for good things. It's a non-profit foundation, but I don't work for them, by the way, so this is all like my opinion. And but yeah, if you want to go next year, there are scholarships for next year. The video pass is also cheaper. I can't remember how much the video pass is, but I did do a video about that. And then thank you, Panaina, for this tip. You can change the time zone in Sched. Okay, if anybody who's watching has questions, just post them into the chat and I'll try to reply to them. And let's go back to this screen share. Okay, so on the next day, I'm going to just sign up for all of them. Oh, this one, she changed the title of this one slightly, Capturing Energetic Movement. So it looks like there are some changes from since the written this first written calendar came out. Here's Fernando Baptista's keynote, which I just interviewed him like 2 days ago. What's that? All this information is still the same. Only 95 people signed up for this one. He's really cool. You should definitely check out that interview I did with him. I have all of the interviews I've done of I've tried to interview as many of the instructors as possible, and I think I've interviewed more than half of them. You can see them all on my YouTube channel under the section that's Wild Wonder 2024. I'm going to try to have all my videos that are covering the event for this year all in one area. Okay, so now we're going to check out one other thing that you can do. Well, let's look into a class one more time, because different instructors use this in different ways, so sometimes it can be fun to see. I don't see her using... Oh, here's a good example. She has a little bit of information about supplies in her description. So some of them will have the information about supplies in this description. Let's see what Roseanne's class says. Nothing about supplies here. But like I said, they can email you. If you sign up, if you click on the class and sign up for the class, the teachers can send out an email to all of the students for their class. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at a couple other features that you can use. Oh, how did I not sign up for Pencil Miles and Chill? Okay, so let me point out Pencil Miles and Chill, I think, is one of the best parts of the entire conference. It's green, which means it's considered one of the socializing events. Only 57 people are signed up for this, which is crazy because this, in my opinion, is one of the best parts of the conference because it gives you an opportunity to actually talk and share with other people. So there's going to be, different breakout room topics. So for example, you can meet in a breakout room with the instructor of a class you just took to ask more questions and to learn more. In the past, I've helped facilitate breakout rooms about nature journaling in other languages, how to try to make a living through nature journaling, like what careers there are for nature journaling, all kinds of things like that. If you have a topic that you want to do a breakout room about, it could be about nature journaling and racism, or it could be about nature journaling and climate change, or it could be about nature journaling bees and all about bees. You can make a breakout room. So that's one of the reasons why Pencil Mile and Chill is so cool. And it's every day in the middle of the day at the conference. And there's no recorded version of this. Okay, so let's go back up here and talk about a couple other features, right? So venues is not important because they're basically all online, even though some stuff will be happening live at the Foster. It's basically all online via Zoom. Here is a search feature. So you can search for teachers. So like if you're a little bit lost and you don't like scrolling through and you just know you want to take a class with, let's say, Roseanne Hansen, just type in Roseanne and let's see what happens. Look, not only does okay, so you can see on the schedule there's schedule matches. So her class that she's teaching comes up, and look, she's in a panel. So there's going to be a conversation here. She's going to be in that. And then here you can see her profile. So we could find her there. And then here, look, she even has some stuff for sale or donation in the auction. So that's one way you can use this search feature. Let's see if we put in a topic like my class is about scrapbooking. No results found. Let's type in another topic like colored pencil. Okay, so it looks like oh, here we go. It worked. Oh, that's weird. So the one that came up was not the class about colored pencil. So let's just say the search feature for topics might not be super advanced, but you can definitely find stuff about people, or like Mike Hindley probably has the word colored pencil somewhere in his his description. So that's why he popped up there. So anyways, that's the search feature. Let's go back. Thanks for following along here. It's hard to do videos that are explaining like software platform stuff like this because it's just like kind of moving around a lot, but you get the idea. So you can see there's an app. If you like doing stuff on your iPad or on your phone, you could download the app. I'm probably not going to do that. So let's go next to this section here. So I'm up here at the top. There's the schedule. We've talked about that a lot. There are these other ways of organizing the schedule. I'm not going to go into those because I don't think they're as good as the simple one. The simple one is fine. Let's click on speakers. You could go through this whole thing. Everybody's alphabetical. I interviewed a bunch of these people already. I interviewed Shane, Fernando, Robin. Didn't get Ann Chadwick on the show. Got Sophia on the show. I got Roseanne on the show. Sephi on the show. Claire and Rosalie, I haven't been able to schedule with them yet. Wasn't able to get Verena yet or Sushma, but I got Maggie. So anyways, if you want to look people up by the instructors or the speakers, you can go on here and you can find all of those people. Amy Tan, Kate Rudder, and you can click on them. And I recommend you do this before, if you're taking a class with someone, might as well look them up, okay? I'm not sure what this QR code is here. This is a way to be a good student. A good student does research on their instructor before the class, for sure. Okay, so that's the speakers section. Next, let's look at the sponsors. Okay, kind of a boring page. Just two really small things about Heyday Books. That's the company that publishes Jack's books, and also Robin Lee Carlson's books published through Heyday, and then the Foster Museum. So this section's not that interesting. Let's look at discounts. So these are all discounts that people have offered. Like, look at this. Maggie's classes, 30% off. Roseanne's Nature Journal Books and Supplies, 25% off. Whoa, 100 euros off of Anastasia's. I think I'm not going to go into this. Actually, I shouldn't show that because it's showing the codes. But anyways, there's discounts for conference attendees. And then here, you can use some social features on here. So good students, not only do they do research on their instructor, but they also network with other students. And if you're at an in-person event, you would definitely be doing this. Just kind of, that's automatic when people get together. But since it's online, it's a little bit harder. And like I said, you can do this however you want. If you want, you don't have to put your real name. You don't have to put a photo. As you can see, some people have done that. You don't have to put anything about yourself. But if you want to network, this is a useful way to do it. So let's just scroll down here, and you can look up people that are in your classes or whatever. You can find people like, oh, I always wondered about that person. I've seen their posts before on the Nature Journal Club Facebook page or something like that. So you could find them and you could learn more about them, or you could reach out to them. Let's just use Robin as an example, since she's a teacher and she probably, she's got her thing organized. You can see her classes. You could also find her on Instagram and reach out to her. You could find her website. So that's how you can use this page here. I see multiple people that are Patreon sponsors of mine, or people who follow the show. Kirsten was on the show not that long ago. So you could go on here, find out about her business. And it even shows what classes they're going to. So that's how you can use that. Look, there's 5 pages of people already. This could be a useful way to network. If that's not something that you're interested in doing at the conference, you don't have to, but it is an option. And then the search. I think we went through all of the sections. All right, I'm going to go back to the schedule, and I'm going to finish signing up for all of the classes. Friday. I also want to do a couple experiments here to see if any of these have supplies lists. Oops. Let's see if, let's check this, see if there's a different supply list. So this class, she does have the supplies basically on here. So if you need to get gouache, get it now. I will try to do a video where I summarize the supplies, but it might not be possible to do it that much before the actual class, before the actual conference. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. Hopefully the teachers who have very specific supplies will send out emails or post their supplies soon. Here's a class that I know. So this is the Lush Beauty of Garden Blooms in Watercolor with Sushma Hegde. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, sorry. But she taught last year, and one thing I found is that for her technique, it helps if you have the type of brush she uses. The type of watercolor brush shape has a major impact on how she paints the petals and stuff like that. So I was struggling a little bit trying to do it with other types of paint brushes. So hopefully for a class like this, they will be able to post their supplies soon so that you can get them in advance. Worst case scenario, you're taking the class, you realize you don't have the supplies, and then you get the supplies and you do it as the video class when the videos come out. I think they come out in a couple. Oh, the videos should actually come out like with like 48 hours after the live class for people who signed up for the live. If you've signed up for the video pass, you don't get access to the videos for like a whole month. So that's an important distinction to realize. Ooh, I'm really excited about this class. I don't know that much about what it's going to be like. I guess we're going to be painting spiders and stuff. It's based on some idea of nature spots, which I haven't heard of before. Panel. I'm excited about this class with Anastasia Morozova. Her Instagram's amazing. Her paintings look amazing. It's going to be, I think it's going to be like a virtual adventure. So a virtual, like a virtual field trip. So that's when someone teaches a class on Zoom where they kind of make it feel like you're on the trip with them. It also sounds like part of it is going to kind of just be like a lecture about her trip. She did a whole 5-month travel in Southeast Asia. And it sounds like the main demonstration is going to be painting a tokay gecko. So it sounds a little bit like that part's maybe more of a demonstration than a follow along. I'm not totally sure. We'll find out. She has a huge Instagram. Let's just I'll just show you that. So like you can find people on here and then look, you can find their Instagram. Is it? And then you can go check out their Instagram. So like she's got 206,000 followers. Look, there she is painting on a train. And her pages look great. You know, like I wish she has some really good people drawings, for example, but look at that landscape. Looks great. They're all reels, so you know she's got the social media thing going on. Great banana painting. This is a really cool looking flower. So you can find out, ooh, wow. Looks like maybe Cambodia. So if you like the vibe of someone's Instagram, then that can help you decide, you know, like which classes or whatever you're going to take at the conference. So that's one way to use the Sched. Okay, so I'm going to sign up for all of these. Ooh, let's see what Akshay put for his class. Look at this. He's got a whole class outline on his. Which is very great. He talks about what media you can use. He will be using digital illustration, but you can use whatever you want. The primary intent of this class is to learn how to observe and journal moths better by studying their key identifying features used by scientific lepidopteran communities. So he has a very in-depth thing here. Ooh, there's a virtual part, a virtual field trip. That is always fun. This sounds like a very engaging class. You can tell when instructors put a lot of work into planning it out and stuff like that. Look how long this is compared to some of the other class descriptions we've seen so far. So that's a good sign, in my opinion. Talk with Tony Foster. If you haven't already seen his paintings, I highly recommend you look them up. And he's going to be in conversation with John Muir Laws. This is actually a pre-recorded. I think this was actually pre-recorded in the summer of 2024. Break for dinner. And then this is the final keynote with John Muir Laws. Get your tissue paper ready because it could be a tearjerker. He does a really, really great keynote. Really inspiring. And then the last but not least is the post keynote backstage pass. I think that's pretty much it for Sched.com. How to use it. You can see all the attendees. Like I said, we covered that. Speakers, sponsors. And yeah, that's it. So let's head back over here. Remove that. All right, everybody. So, and just so you know, my main intention with my coverage of the conference is to help you out, sift through things, figure out the best way to attend the conference. It's a very big deal. There's a ton of classes. It can be overwhelming. It can be hard to figure out how to use the Sched platform, things like that. And I will be doing a daily recap. So at the end of each day, it's going to be pretty late because the backstage pass technically goes until 9:30. I might leave the backstage pass around 9:15 or 9 o'clock and do a live show summarizing all of the things that happened that day. So whether you're not able to make it to them during the day and you just kind of want to get a review so you know what classes you want to take, or whether you're not able to go to the conference at all for financial reasons, I will be doing these summaries at the end of every day to help you out. That's it for now. Thanks for everyone who joined in as a live, and stay tuned to my YouTube channel for more content covering Wild Wonder 2024. Bye.